Salvador Ortega. I'm a current student at El Paso Community College, and my presentation will be about the Pritzker Prize winner on the year 2004. The architect that I picked is Zaha Hadid in the Contemporary Art Center in Cincinnati. Well, to start, Zaha Hadid is the architect I picked. She won the 2004 the Pritzker Prize, and the building that she won the prize was on the Contemporary Art Center in Cincinnati, which she built it in the 2003. The ceremony was held at the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. The overview of the building is the Contemporary Art Center, CAC, is a contemporary art museum. In Cincinnati, Ohio, is one of the first contemporary art institutions in the United States. It's a non-collecting museum that focuses on new developments in painting, sculptures, photography, architecture, performance arts, and new media, focusing on programming that reflects the art of the last 5 minutes. The CAC has displayed the works of many now famous artists early in their career, including Andy Warhol. In 2003, the CAC moved to a new building designed by the late Zaha Hadid. The bibliography is Zaha Hadid died in 1915, died in 2016. She was born in Baghdad, Iraq, and commenced her college studies at the American University in Beirut in the field of mathematics. She moved to London in 1972 to study architecture at the Architectural Association, and upon graduation in 1977, she joined the Office of Metropolitan Architecture. She also taught to the Architectural Association with OMA collaborations Rem Koolhaas and Elia Sengelis. She began her own practice in London in 1980 and won the prestigious competitions for the Hong Kong Peak Club, a leisure and recreation center in 1983. Painting and drawing, specialty in her early period, are important techniques of investigation for her design work. Ever since 1983, retrospective exhibitions at the AA in London, her architecture has been shown in exhibitions worldwide, and many of her works are held in important museum collections. The further continuation is known as an architect who consistently pushes the boundaries of architecture and urban design. Her work experiments with new spatial concepts, intensifying existing urban landscape and encompassing all fields of designs, from the urban scale to interiors and furniture. She is well known for some of her seminar-built works, such as the Vitra Fire Station, Wool and Rain, Germany, the Mindstone of the Millennium Dome, Greenwich, Austria, and the Rothschild Center for Contemporary Art in Cincinnati, Ohio. Parallel with her private practice, Hadid has continued to be involved in academics, holding chairs and guest professorships at Harvard University, Yale University, the University of Illinois at Chicago, Columbia University, the University of Visual Arts in Hamburg, and the University of Applied Arts in Vienna. All this information based on the Pritzker Architecture Prize website. Here are some data about the Contemporary Art Center. The architect is Zaha Hadid Architects. The area is 8,500 square meters. The year of construction was in 2003. The manufacturers were Shocked High Concrete Group. Products used in this project is insulation, isocorp, concrete steel, and the address and location is 44 East 6th Street in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the United States. Contemporary Art Center in Cincinnati was built in 2003, moved to a new iconic home designed by the film and led by British Iraqi architect Zaha Hadid. The museum is 91,500 square foot building, sits in the corner of the 6th Street and Walnut Street. The peculiar position in the urban context of central Cincinnati led the architects to conceive an element they call urban carpet, a concrete strip which leads pedestrians into and through the interior space via a gentle slope, which becomes a turn, wall, ramp, walkway, and even an artificial park space. On 6 floors, the new home of the CAC, named Louis and Richard Rosenthal Center for Contemporary Art, contains temporary exhibitions, galleries, spaces for site-specific installations, a dedicated black box theater for performances, offices, preparation areas, education rooms, museum shop, and a cafe. The center also includes a facility called Yun Museum, specifically aimed to provide art experiences and education to children, schools, and families. Though its heavy volumetric massing makes it appear as an independent and impenetrable sculpture element, the Rosenthal Center is in fact designed to pull the city past its walls and up toward the sky. This inherited dynamism is well suited to a gallery which does not hold a permanent collection and is situated at the heart of the thriving Midwestern city. The site chosen by CAC was a busy street corner at the heart of downtown Cincinnati. It lay along a pedestrian route running from the nearby Fountain Square at the Arnold Center for the answer across the street, ensuring a constant flow of people. It was this pedestrian dynamism that encouraged Hadid to develop the urban character, one of the Roosevelt Center, to defining center gestures. Character is Hadid's method of bringing the fabric of the city within the museum's walls. The ground level lobby is fully glazed and open to public egress, inviting pedestrians to treat the space in an enclosed public square. This serves to situate the Rosenthal Center in the existing network of public spaces and paths, allowing it to operate as a vital urban node and effectively solving the issue of the civility faced by the former gallery facilities. The concrete floor of the lobby is connected to the rear wall of the museum by an upward curve, transforming the two into continuous surface that conceptually draws the urban fabric onto the lobby and into the gallery spaces extended above. When the Rosenthal Center for Contemporary Art opened its doors to the public in 2003, it was more than just a new exhibition space for the Contemporary Art Center. With the center's opening, Zaha Hadid became the first woman to ever design an American art museum. The center itself was and remains one of the largest and most dynamic contemporary art galleries in the United States, a fitting home for one of the country's most distinguished institutions in the field. And as you can see in the picture on the right side, you can see where it appears Zaha Hadid in the grand opening. Here is a ground floor plan taken for the exhibit website and from the museum. This is more floor plans, as you can see. This is the long section of the museum, and you can see how the stairs are traced. These are more plans. These are some drawings that I'm sure that she was doing while coming to the idea, just tracing them out to see what the good idea came out from, or from where. These are more of the ones before. I could say that they're just like hand drawing things, or even on AutoCAD traces of lines, shapes. These are some sketches in color with just like some colors and shapes in it. These are other some sketch drawings, probably in 3D, and the one on the upper right side is the model of how she had the idea of doing the building. As you can see, the building is with the concrete and the glass. I like it a lot, this building. To conclude, Zaha Hadid had all the reasons to win this prize. She was an incredible architect with unique ideas, with a vision that nobody has ever had. The way she designed was just spectacular, and everyone wanted to design like her. She was a unique way of creating shapes, of putting them together, of analyzing the structures, and always found a way to fix and solve the structures. In this particular building, the Contemporary Arts Center is a perfect example of why she was the only one architect that has ever won all the architecture recognitions. This building is one of a kind. From the inside to the outside, the shape that she was created, the curves, the cubes, the squares, the spaces, the lighting, just everything is perfect, set up and arranged in the perfect way. One of the things that I like the most of how of good of an architect she was that she got inspired the Mavelich painting. He was an abstract painter, and the paintings ended up being of her interest, and it was her decision to start employing and trying to painting and drawings as a designing tool or inspiration. She later found the traditional system of architect drawing was being limited, and researched how to stop that, and started studying more and more Malevich, and that allowed her to develop the architecture abstraction. This is just one reason for me that I pick her, and that I enjoy a lot of making the research of this building, which is an amazing building. And not only her, but in all of her buildings, you will find uniqueness that will capture your breath, and you will find that all her buildings not only